We're both Catholic, by the way. Just to get the elephant out of the room. Well, I say we're both Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and then I was like, nah. It's just too much effort. Like, I'm sorry, who has the time?
Now that we can't go to mass, I'm quite enjoying just kind of like getting dolled up to watch the webcam.
Are you for real?
To be honest, I mean, like, not every Sunday. always holidays. Do you know, like, you'd have like...
Oh God, yeah, like, Jesus, take me out to the church on Christmas Day. Like, I love the tunes.
Hi, are you well?
You're looking well. Let's have a sip of wine before we start. Okay, it's a bit more than a sip, so who's counting? So we're kind of just going to wing all of these things and improv it.
At least give us a chance, because
yeah,
God wants to try.
And if you like it, like, share, tell all your friends. If you don't like it, just don't tell anyone. We're off to a great start. So, should we introduce ourselves?
You introduce yourself first, love. Go on then.
Is this because it's age before beauty? That's really rude. My name is Kelvin. I'm from Galway, and I've been living over here in London for 3 years now.
This whole time, I thought you were from Limerick.
Studied in Limerick.
I knew that there was something, because you just said Galway, and I just went, I am a horrible friend.
If it's any consolation, I don't know where you're from.
I am from a little town called in County Armagh, from the north of Ireland.
Oh my God, are you giving the town name? God, that's very specific. Shit. I'll edit that out, because, like, Jesus, the stuff we might be talking about in future episodes.
Oh, good God, edit that out. No. Hi guys, my name is Bláthnaid, and I am from County Armagh in the north of Ireland.
I suppose a brief introduction to how we met. How long have we known each other now?
3 years in October.
And yet neither of us knew where either of us came from until like 2 minutes ago. We met through work. I was basically Bláthnaid's interpreter. At work, we speak through radios, and a lot of the time, when Bláthnaid would speak through the radio, people didn't understand what she was saying. So I would either have to jump on radio and repeat what she said.
Exactly what I say.
Or look around the room of people who were like, huh? And then I'd have to translate for them.
Like, I would have thought that the Northern Irish accent is, like, stronger. Typically, the North accents are, like, stronger and harsher than the South.
Yeah, and I would also say very identifiable.
People in London, like here that I've met, like with you, people say that your accent's, like, stronger.
See, I don't think my accent is stronger. I think I use a lot more Irish phrases.
Oh, 100%.
Sometimes we don't understand each other.
I actually don't think I understand half the things that you say, I'm not going to lie.
We're kind of going to test each other. Hopefully it will be a learning curve for everybody involved.
And I am so excited. I'm so used to these being, like, typical vocabulary. It's kind of like getting out of that and realizing that the people around me don't understand it. It's like, so whenever I'm referring to a group of people, that group then becomes themins or usins, or us as a group is ussins. So if I'm saying, like, are usins going down to the shop, I'd be asking if you and a couple of other people are going down to the shop. I didn't realize that wasn't a thing.
I didn't realize until I started teaching that half the stuff I was saying was Irish and like only Irish. And it wasn't until one day I walked into a classroom, these two little girls, two Spanish girls, they were about 7 years old. I walked in one Monday, I was like, how are you guys? And they're like, grand. I was like, oh Jesus. I'll start with the ones that have caused me the greatest difficulty, the press.
The press?
The press. Oh, where are the biscuits? Oh, they're up in the press.
Oh, no, hold on a second. Now, I know the hot press.
Oh, the hot press. Oh, let's not even go there.
But do you mean, like, so you call any cupboard a press?
I literally thought the press is a press. It's in the Oxford Dictionary.
I didn't even realise that was actually a thing. Oh. So, have you ever heard of gutties?
Sorry?
Gutties?
Oh, I thought it was the connection, but that's actually, you said goodies. Either your small or large intestine.
So, no. I think it was in first year, and I'd asked one of my flatmates to hand me my gutties over, and they looked at me and went, "What? It's your trainers? It's your trainers? Your gutties would be like your most commonly wore trainers." I
Oh.
never ever said trainers until I came here. I did kind of sort of think that it was like an Irish thing, but I didn't really think about it so much because me and like my family would say it all the time. Like,
Another one that has caused me bother in the past, given out. Like if you're given out to someone or you've been given out to.
as in like being told off.
Yeah, I would say given out. Yeah, it's being told off. It's like if you're complaining, you're given out. Or if you're like in trouble and being like disciplined or lectured, you're being given out to.
Yeah.
So I was in work one day and there was a customer who was given out to me. And I was saying it to a manager at the end of my shift. As I was like continue talking, I could see my manager's face, like she was horrified. She was like, "What do you mean, like given out?" We were having two completely separate conversations without even realizing it. She confused given out for putting out. So she thought that this customer was like sexually advancing on me inappropriately for my 10 minutes, and I was like, no, that is not what I mean. That is not what I mean. And again, it was one of those moments where I went, oh my God, I didn't realize this was just an Irish thing.
I can't cope. I mean, everybody knows about like, what's the crack?
Can we just dissect that for a second? The word crack. How would you describe the word crack?
If I'd say like, what's the crack? It's like, what's happening? Or if you said in the context of that was great crack, it was a good time. Or like the crack was mighty. It was like the what would you even, how do you explain this?
I actually have heard quite a few people using what's the crack. I feel like in the north of England, they use quite a lot of phrases that we would use or something very similar to, or maybe the exact same, but just different intonation.
Yeah, but we know the different times that you use it, like if it is what's the crack or the crack was mighty. Instead of what's the crack, we've got like a couple of things like that we'd say as like greetings, but we've got bite you.
Huh?
Bite you. So we've got bite you, but that's like about you. Like, what about you? Bite you.
Yeah. Kind of like how ya.
Yeah.
How ya.
Well, I think we need subtitles for that part.
No, I think particularly living over here, I think people just need to learn to listen harder, to be honest. When we say like one word that people don't understand, I'm like, no, like use your initiative. Within the context of a conversation, like you should be able to put two and two together.
While I appreciate that some of the things we say, like they're not used to, but if you listen to it, like I've listened to some of the things that you said, and I don't necessarily say them, and I know that it is a wee bit different, but like I can kind of pick up what you mean, because it's all very well like and different, like us saying like here and now a word at a time, but then actually saying it in a sentence, string it together, and you'll find it. What else have you got? Think of something that I would never have heard. You will, go on.
Okay, let me see. If somebody said that they're up to 90.
Up to 90? Like give us a sentence.
Sorry, I can't talk right now, up to 90.
Busy, yeah.
Busy, frantic, or it can also just mean like immense, like amazing. So if somebody's up to 90, like they're either having a great time or they're stressed off their tits. So if somebody at home said to you, I will ya, what does that mean?
Yeah, I will I. Is it be I will I? That's like,
it's like absolutely not.
We make the positives negative and the negative positive. So what's really confusing about that? It's really simple.
Irish phrases, they don't make any sense.
But have you heard of like wee in front of anything? Like a wee bit of that.
Like little.
Not even at that. We wouldn't say that to like say that it's small. We just say wee for the sake of it. Or hand us that wee wine glass over. Doesn't mean it's a small wine glass.
I always took it very literally to mean like something was small or like little.
I very rarely, I mean, like I could be saying this, and this is me personally, and everybody's like, no, I say it because I mean it's small, but I don't. We also have wee buns. There are wee buns.
Like small titties. Wee buns. Oh, no. What did you expect me to think that meant?
This is what I mean. Everything sounds more crude or more aggressive than it is. It's not. All it means is easy. Sure, that's wee buns. That's easy.
Huh? So, Gammy Ban Jackson Arseways. And they're very similar meanings, but they're different.
They're different. I mean, yeah, so gammy, gammy means like dodgy.
I'd say dodgy or like rotten.
Banjaxed. It's been broken. It's been...
Yeah, so you'd be like, oh, went out last night, dropped the phone, screen's broken, it's banjaxed.
Or went out last night and fell down the stairs, my leg's banjaxed.
Arseways, if something's gone arseways, it's gone completely wrong, like tits up.
What did you say?
Arseways.
Arseways?
Yeah.
As in, like, it's just kind of gone up the left?
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying. Like, if something's gone arseways, it's like you're trying to do something and it all goes wrong. Like, all goes hot. If I said there was a hape of something.
A heap?
A hape. No?
Like, as in... Oh, you mean like a heap?
Like, there's a hape of anything. Like, there could be a hape of drink in the back kitchen there. Go on, work away. Like, so this just means there's a lot of.
So, we don't have that, but we have, like queer bit. Have you ever heard of, like, queer? Yeah. So, queer means, like a lot, or, like, there's a queer bit of stretch in the evenings. Like, that's a long evening. I tell you what, there's one of them here. Like, I genuinely thought that this was part of the English language. I'm still convinced that it is, that people are lying to me when they say they don't know what I'm saying. Have you heard of scundered?
Is that like poutine? Put it in a sentence.
I can't believe I did that last night. I am pure scundered.
Well, like scarlet, like you're mortified.
Yeah.
Oh, so scarlet, that's another one.
Yeah, there's no one. Scundered. So, like, I'm awful embarrassed.
Scundered sounds like cuisine. Do you know what? When you go to Germany and there's so many different kinds of sausages, you're like, actually, yeah, I don't really know what that is, but like, I'm here in the country, I may as well try it. I want that one. No.
You'd say how your wish, though.
Again?
Oh, I genuinely how your wished.
Oh, well, I'd be quiet. Like wished.
No.
My granddad used to always say, I could honestly do an entire podcast on my granddad's like phrases and slang. But he used to always be like, I wish there. It'd be like basically like it would be his like lovely granddaddy Irish way of being like just shut your mouth.
Yeah, see that makes sense. Like wished itself, but how you're wished, as in like we'd
hold
say
your tongue, bite your tongue.
Sort of. It's kind of so how is like
hold your fart. I don't know why I put my hand up there like I was in school.
So how is our word for hold, like hold on, and then wished isn't. I don't even know. Maybe that's like patience. I love how I'm like translating this, being like, yeah, it means patience, but I don't really know that. I'm just assuming that
act in the maggot or act in the bollocks.
Bigger than your boots, like acting kind of like bigger than what you are. Like I'm a hard lad kind of a thing.
More like just like acting the fool.
Oh,
like, play it up. Like, oh, he's acting the maggot, he's acting the bollocks, like he's just being silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. You'd say acting the bollocks is being silly, but like if we said like, oh, they think that they're the bollocks, that would be like bigger than what they are. Do you know what I mean? Like,
like a Billy Big Bollocks.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, family.
We did mention that we were going to try and not swear, but I think it's impossible, particularly talking about Irish words and phrases. There's no way.
I'd say it's fairly common, like, to swear or to say something like, you know, a wee bit on the raunchy side.
Like, we don't even realise we're swearing. Like, it's that nonchalant at all.
It's like all meant in like good faith. Not all the phrases and stuff that we do mean that, but somehow they always seem to come out that way. That it is something a bit more.
I think that like we don't put that much emphasis on swearing. Like, if anything,
No.
we use it to express excitement or like enthusiasm for something.
I actually don't think I've heard anybody like say something of that like extent without swearing. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed by us so far that we've
So far, we're doing well. Like, anytime we've sworn, it's been in the context of explaining something. It's been educational.
It's been educational rather than just like leisurely dropping it.
Yeah.
Dairy Girls. Let's just
Love it.
But you've seen it, and you know that at times they use phrases that we would use. Do you know what I mean? They would use like "catch yourself on," like stuff like that. Like
that
you know,
is peak Bláthnaid. I'm not even joking. Like, Bláthnaid punctuates most of her sentences. Catch yourself on. We would say "cop on," and I'd never heard "catch yourself on" until you came to work. And I've also noticed at work other people now use it.
I say "catch yourself on" countless times in a day. Would you catch yourself on all the time? And then whenever, like,
explain to anyone who's not Irish or doesn't work with us what that means.
So, catch yourself on. Catch yourself on means like, like, I was about to say catch a grip of yourself. Catch yourself on kind of means like snap out of it. Like, I was about to say another one. Another one is would you give over? But that's not. Get a hold of yourself. Get over it, or just like leave whatever. Like if you're acting up, stop it. Catch your grip of yourself. That's how I'd say it. So, getting back to Dairy Girls, I feel very strange whenever I hear an accent similar to mine on the TV because I'm not used to it. Piece of theatre or something on the TV that represents like some small part of your culture or some small part of anything, then you're like, oh, okay.
Personally speaking, my first encounter with like a Northern Irish accent was the icon, the legend,
Nadine Coyle.
Coyle.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Like, that's not a normal Irish accent.
Bless her heart. I don't really know where it comes from. I don't know how.
And I mean, back in the day, it wasn't your standard Northern accent. But now that I think she lives somewhere in America. And so you can tell she's very much picked up on. She's still got a strong Northern accent. Then she's also got a bit of a British twang mixed with an American twang.
This accent that she has been created with an amalgamation of everywhere that she's ever lived for any length of time. I mean, to be fair, like I'll say, like my accent has changed from I moved here. When I'm home, it gets thicker and goes right back to root again. But whenever I come here, it just kind of like it gradually gets lighter, and there are some words and stuff that actually, I think that's for another episode. We're gonna just constantly go like, whoop, whoop.
Okay, the next one, shy talking. Oh, look at your man over there, sure. He's at nothing. He's only shy talking.
Shy talking?
No, not shy talking. Shy talking. He's just shy talking around the place. Just fiddling around. Like he's shy talking. Like he's no idea what he's doing. Like he's just pottering around.
What are you actually saying? Because it sounds like shite talking.
Yeah, but take out the T. Shy talking. Shy talking.
Shy talking?
Yeah.
I've never heard that. I am mixing my drinks because I don't have any wine left. So I've opted for a cheeky wee rum and coke.
Vodka lemonade. I threw in some mint and lime as well, like far from what I was raised. But I've just got notions now. I live in London, you know.
Do you think that it would be like sacrilege if I just poured my rum and coke into a wine glass? A little bit more classy.
See, I try to be classy. Like, I'll go to like a classy wine bar, but then like fall out of it.
I've given up trying. Chin chin, sláinte.
Chin chin, hun.
Oh. She's a bit strong. Anyway, right, so we have pluttered.
Pluttered, that's like you're drunk.
Yeah, pluttered. So anything, basically.
Sorry, are you saying fluttered or pluttered?
Pluttered, like with a P.
Oh, we say fluttered with an F.
To be honest, anything, if you add ED to the end of it, pluttered. Like,
oh, absolutely. Trolleyed.
Blocked, tabled, anything, curtained. Doesn't matter. It just means drunk. Yeah. Right, next we have crow or crowed out.
Right, so I think of a crow, I think of a bird, I think, like, scroungy.
I would say that I was crowed out if I had went on a night out and woke up hungover the next day. I wouldn't say I'm hungover, I'd be crowed out.
Like, we're in the Maggie horrors.
The what?
The fear, like, you wake up hungover, you're the Maggie horrors, like, oh my god, I can't remember what I did last night. Did I get flashbacks that, like sets you off?
Oh, so it is.
God, how do you explain that?
They said, this is what they said, and they said this, so it is. And he says, here's me, what? So it is. But actually, I actually think that this is one of the things that doesn't have a meaning.
It almost has the same function as like a rhetorical question to affirm what you've just said.
So that one's fairly easy. Ooh, bogging. So if something's bogging,
Shite.
like rotten.
Of course, like the bog, right? Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
If you don't know what a bog is, please look it up.
Okay, can I make a confession? To be honest, like, I don't know if my Irish passport will get taken away from me for this. I've never set foot in a bog. To the point, bearing in mind that my granddad was a farmer, they lived on a mountain, like there's bogs everywhere I live. Like every other friend that I went to school with went to the bog with their family. I saw my first bog. Well, I realised that I saw my first bog when I was about 20, I'd say, because I lived in the centre of the town that I grew up in.
Yeah.
But once I go outside of town, I'm like, it's just green. That's a tree. That's a tree. That's a field. That's a field. I know how to get to my friends' houses.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
if I veer one way or the other and go wrong, haven't a clue where I am.
I don't know how many bogs there are. Grammar. I don't know how many bogs there are in my area, but I went to a bog for a school trip. It was part of a school trip.
Sorry, you went to the bog. That's like being brought to mass. And that's meant to be your big fun trip for the year.
You know the way people have like, people are like, oh, I went like on a ski trip for my school, like, you know, school trips, like go on ski trips and whatever. I'm like, okay, that's lovely. I went to Tato Park. Do you know Tato Park is?
I've never been. I'm dying to go.
I'm talking about Tato Park in the north.
Oh, I didn't even know there was two.
There you go. Yeah, hold on. Foundered. If you're foundered, what are you?
Confused?
Foundered means like you're freezing cold.
We'd say perished.
That sounds awful, like you've died, is it not?
Oh, I'm dying of the cold. I'm perished.
Okay, you're a lot more dramatic.
The next one, crater.
Oh, crater. We said
That's the best reaction to that word ever.
Yeah, because I can't believe I didn't write that down, because we'd say that all the time, per wee crater. Like, it's kind of, I think it's meant to be a version of creature, but it's actually not meant in a bad way.
I think there's two twists depending on the intonation of this word.
Yeah.
Like, generally speaking, yeah, like crater would mean like, oh, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like not a bad bone in his body, it's crater. But then also you could be like, oh, crater. So yeah, if I ever call you a crater, you can walk away from that conversation and freak out and wonder what I was talking about, and you'll never know.
No baw. No baw. No B-A-W.
Is that like how you pronounce Nobu, like that fancy bougie restaurant in Mayfair?
It's even simpler than that. What does it sound like I'm saying? No ball.
There's no ball. Oh, no bother! No bother!
Yeah. No bother! So, have you ever heard of somebody calling someone a hallion? Getting a pain in the arse? Pain in the backside. But the reason I actually didn't know this until I asked about this today, what's the Irish word for girl?
Colleen.
Yeah. It stems from Kylie, so Kylie, Hylian, or Hylian. I didn't know that that's where it kind of...
We see, like, there is so many things like that. If you actually dissect them and take the time to think about them, it sounds like gibberish, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Sorry, my brain just stopped. Let me do that again. Would you be well?
Oh, wait, whoa, that was so quick. What? Would you be well?
Yeah.
Like, would you enjoy it? Like, would you be well to something?
It's kind of just an expression we use to, like, point blank refuse something. If you're asking somebody to do you a favour and they're like, piss off, like, you be well? Not a hope.
What did you even say? Would you be well?
That's a very common one where I'm from. Actually, a few of these are dirty because I wasn't sure whether.
I knew if we were going to go off the rails, it would be because of you. So.
I mean, I should be offended, but I'm also like, fair enough.
I'm just heading down with the sinking ship.
A ride.
Like somebody who's really fit.
Very attractive person, like man or woman, like she is a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or alternatively, if you're like really taken aback by them, you could call them a filthy dirty ride.
I actually don't think I've ever heard somebody be like, yeah, they're a ride. Like it's normally like they're an absolute ride.
So Jersey whore.
Oh, wash your mouth out. What did you say?
A Jersey whore. Oh, look at your one. She's a total Jersey whore.
Does that derive from a stereotype of sorts? Is there a definition for it? Is there a reason why somebody in particular would be this?
So basically, a Jersey whore is a girl who wants to be with a guy who plays either hurling or Irish football, which are our national sports. If he plays county, forget it. They are obsessed with anyone who can pick up a hurl or can like bounce a ball.
Really enjoying seeing Kelvin like squirm trying to explain GAA.
GAA is basically like our Irish sports, or like our traditional national Irish sports. So like hurling and Gaelic football. If you want to learn more about them, I don't think either of the two of us are the ones to educate you.
I was some goalie in Camogie. You wanted to see me.
So, gowl.
What? What is it? Spell it.
GOWL. Gowl. So, gowl. Technically, it is a word to describe a woman's private parts. Yeah. Oh. However, that's not really how we use it.
I see where you're going with this. I see.
Yeah. Like, if someone is like in a really foul mood, like they're being very rude, you could be like, what a gowl.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't think I've never heard of that before.
Have you not?
No, never. That must be like for sure like a complete southern thing.
Do you remember that duo, the Rubber Bandits from Limerick?
Yes.
In one of their songs, it was like, oh, you gowl. And then it just took off. When the Rubber Bandits came out, like I was studying in Limerick, so like I was in the thick of it. So it could be a Limerick thing, but I also like friends used it in home in Galway, so I thought it was a national thing, but maybe not.
I'm actually quite glad because you know the way you've said that you've educated me, because there are some of those I genuinely had never heard before.
I think we can officially say episode 1 done, hun.
This is great. I really enjoyed this, and I feel thoroughly educated.
And to be fair, like the wine and the vodka has also helped.
Well, I mean, she's surely not made it worse.
So the idea of this is basically just to introduce Irish culture to those who may not necessarily know much about it or have ever really come into contact with it. For us, I think it's really interesting, the Republic and the Northern Divide, languages, education, like general upbringings would be quite different and very similar in other ways, which would probably be surprising to both of us. And just to have a bit of a laugh, really.
Above all else, have a bit of crack. We'll go over it all. I'm excited for this journey. If there's anything in particular that you're kind of like, you know what, I'd actually like to know more about this, or it would be really cool if you touched on this, then all open for suggestions.
I forgot to hit record for this bit.
If you even, oh dear. Oh my god, my laptop keeps making this noise. Can you hear it? Oh, good god.
Is that a good cue to end this?